Al-Humazatul Lumazah is the one who is, and this is, this has Siqatul Mubalagha, it has the word indicates that it's done a lot, that this person does it a lot. They frequently backbite people, they frequently make fun of people, they frequently insult people. They do it by their actions, like by gestures, and they do it with their tongue. They do it by gestures and they do it with their tongue. They do it in front of people's faces and they do it behind people's back. And generally speaking, if you take that and you bring it all together, that is وَيْلٌ لِكُلِّ هُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ. Somebody might ask a question, how can you backbite someone to their face? Isn't the idea of backbiting what you say in absence? If you look at the definition of the Prophet ﷺ, he said, ذِكْرُكَ أَخَاكَ بِمَا يَكْرَهُ. It is to mention about your brother something that your brother wouldn't like. To say something about your brother, something that you wouldn't like. Tayyib, those scholars who say it's only behind the back, what did they use then? If the Prophet ﷺ didn't say it's only behind the back, he said, ذِكْرُكَ أَخَاكَ بِمَا يَكْرَهُ. That you speak about your brother what he would not like you to say. They say that the word behind the back is taken from the lugha, from the word ghiba, because the word ghiba is from the same madda, the same origin as ghaib, done fi ghaibatihi, when he's not there. So they said from this we understand it is dhikruka akhaka bima yakrah. It's to say about your brother what he wouldn't like when he's ghaib, when he's not present. But here al-Humazatul Lumazah can also cover saying about him what he doesn't like in front of his face, by widening the meaning a little bit beyond the technical definition of backbiting and just broadening it a little bit. So to say about your brother what he would not like, whether in front of him or whether behind his back, whether it is bil ishara, by gestures, or whether it is bil lisan, by saying things about him. Allah Azza wa Jalla said, waylun, woe, or Jahannam will be for, or a valley in Jahannam will be for the one who does this. This is what they busy themselves with. Because al-Humazatul Lumazah, it indicates that they do it a lot. This is their هذا شأنهم. This is what they do every day. هذا شغلهم الشاغل. This is what makes them busy in the day and the night. Is al-Hamz wal-Lamz. Ridiculing people, speaking about people, backbiting people, making fun of people, gesturing, talking. This is what makes them busy. This is what they spend a lot of their time doing. And this shows you that al-Hamzu wal-Lamz are both from the kaba'ir, from the major sins, because Allah threatened Jahannam for them. What is a major sin? It is any sin for which Allah Azza wa Jal threatened His punishment, or His anger, or His curse, or the hellfire, or that Allah said about it that it is kabir or azim, or any of these words, that it's severe or that it's great in the sight of Allah. All of these are major sins. So here Allah specifically threatened Jahannam, therefore it is a kabira from the kabair. Notice that the Prophet ﷺ here, when he said ذِكْرُكَ أَخَاكَ بِمَا يَكْرَهُ, he didn't say that you're slandering him. This is when it is true. You're ridiculing something that is true. You're speaking about something that is really true. It really exists in that person. But that person wouldn't like it. And we hear all so many excuses about this. Or I don't think they would mind if I said it to them. I've said it to their face. And this is an excellent refutation, by the way, for anyone when you say, Akhi, don't backbite him. He says, it's okay, I said it to his face. Say, وَيْلٌ لِكُلِّ هُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ. Because Al-Humazah covers the one who says it to his face and behind his back. So this argument that it's not backbiting because I said it to him yesterday to his face, it's still backbiting. Whether you said it to his face, because it's still ذِكْرُكَ أَخَاكَ بِمَا يَكْرَهُ, that you say about your brother what he would not like you to say, and your sister. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, إِنَّمَا النِّسَاءُ شَقَائِقُ الرِّجَالِ, women are the full sisters of men, so the rulings for men and women are the same unless there is an evidence. So it is to mention about your brother or your sister something which they would not like to their face, then in which case we call it making fun or ridicule, or behind their back, in which case we call it ghiba, we call it backbiting. Allah Azza wa Jal threatened Jahannam for this. And it is one of the sins which is easy to fall into. It's easy to fall into and it's easy to get carried away in. Very easy. It's not a sin which is difficult. You know, if you think about some of the kaba'ir, they are sins which are, let's be honest, difficult to do, right? It's pretty difficult to kill a person. I don't mean physically difficult, I mean mentally, I mean psychologically, physically. You know, it's not an easy thing to kill a person. But it's very, very, very easy to be al-humazatul lumaza, to be the person who just says no things about people, makes fun of people, ridicules people to their face behind their back. So this person is threatened with Jahannam. And of course we say as Ahlul Sunnah that anyone threatened by Jahannam for a sin, if they die without tawbah, their sin is taht al-mashi'ah. It is within the will of Allah. If He wills, He will forgive it. If He wills, He will punish it. But it is deserving of punishment, and people will be punished for it. There are people who will be punished for it. It's deserving of a valley in Jahannam. So it's very important that you take account for what you say, and one of the ways you can do this is being quiet, not speaking too much. فَلْيَقُلْ خَيْرًا أَوْ لِيَصْمُتْ. Say something good or don't say anything at all. As the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever believes in Allah and the last day, فَلْيَقُلْ خَيْرًا. Let him say something good, أَوْ لِيَصْمُتْ. Let him be quiet. So it's very easy to fall into.